Hi and welcome to my channel. I'm afraid I've been away for a couple of weeks due to the fact that I've had the dreaded COVID, but I'm back and firing on all cylinders, and I'm at a great place called Wickham Bishops where I'll be looking for the remains of a wooden trestle bridge. Let's get on to it. Well, set up for the first shot. It's going to be about a second at f/22 by the look of it. We'll take that and we'll see what we come up with. I'm shooting on Fomapan 100, rated in this case at ISO 50 and pull process to try and calm some of the contrast down. This is the last surviving timber trestle railway bridge in England. It's made up of two adjoining viaducts, one crossing the River Blackwater, the second the Wickham Mill Leat, that's mill stream. The structures were part of the Braintree to Maldon branch line, built to carry freight and passengers inland from the port of Maldon. The line was operational between 1848 and 1966, although it closed to passenger traffic in 1964. There were extensive repairs in the 1990s, but many timbers these days are suffering from rot and decay caused by damp, lack of maintenance and heavy tree growth across and through much of it. There don't seem to be any plans for restoring it, and in time I suppose it will simply fall into the river, which is very sad. Yes, I have my focusing cloth basically inside out. The black side should have been inside, but I wasn't really thinking of that at the time. I think my lack of thought also influenced my settings on the Panasonic Lumix, because I must apologise for the quality of the video. I managed to blow all the highlights out. I claim after effects of COVID-19 for that. Not been thinking wonderfully straight, and this is the first shoot since I got back on my feet again. I was having a bit of difficulty there getting my MPP lens board to fit, swapping from the 90mm to the 150mm. Sadly, not all of my lens boards fit wonderfully well because they're not all made by MPP. I think this is a fairly common problem. To be honest, I think I should have pulled the development even more than I did, because all of these shots, the highlights are really fighting to stay in there, and I needed to reduce that contrast. Fomapan's fairly contrasty anyway, so I'll know for future reference. The deeper I get into large format photography, the steeper I realise the learning curve is. Just about everything that you think you know, you realise you don't know quite well enough. It's a humbling experience for somebody who actually earned his living from photography for quite a while. Well, there we have some film shot, and we'll disappear back home and process that and see where we go from there. In my last video, I promised I would show you the colour results from my RB67 ruined church shoot, and here they are. I'm really only just getting back in to shooting colour film in analogue. Back in the day I used to shoot a lot of Fuji film. Of course, Fuji has unfortunately deleted a lot of the film stocks that I used to use, and so I took the plunge of trying Kodak's Portra 160, something that I would think I was fairly remiss for not trying out when it came out. But that having been said, I am really quite pleased with the results, and I'm pleased as well with the processing from Nikon Tricks Photography. Not the fastest in the world, I have to say. I was about 2 weeks from posting it out to getting the film back, the negatives. It was a process-only job with them. But the actual quality of the processing is fine, so I'll probably be using them in future, and I will give a link to them in the description. Well, this is all I've got time for at the moment. If you've enjoyed this video, my getting back into making videos after COVID, then please think about hitting like. And if you like the rest of my content, then why not become a subscriber? Helps the channel out and cheers me right up. Anyway, until the next video, you take care of yourselves and keep taking photographs.